What if the defining moment of human evolution wasn't fire, tool use, or language, but a psychedelic mushroom? And what if time as we know it isn't linear, but a fractal pattern spiraling toward a final, unimaginable breakthrough of complexity? Welcome to the world of Terence McKenna. For decades, this charismatic ethnobotanist, philosopher, and mystic challenged Western civilization's deepest assumptions, often with a cosmic grin and poetic eloquence. He introduced ideas so radical they either sparked fervent belief or intense controversy. Today, we dive into his two most profound and provocative theories: the Stoned Ape Theory, McKenna's revolutionary answer to the mystery of human consciousness, and the mind-bending Novelty Theory, his attempt to decode the secret rhythm of history. Get ready to question everything, because this is the story of how psychedelics supposedly birthed the human mind, and what that means for our ultimate future. Let's begin with the biggest question in human history. What caused the sudden, spectacular acceleration of the human brain? Around 200,000 years ago, our ancestors, Homo erectus, transitioned rapidly into Homo sapiens, marked by art, language, and complex ritual. The traditional explanations, meat consumption or tool use, don't fully account for this cognitive leap. Terence McKenna believed he found the trigger in the fields of what is now Africa, the psilocybe mushroom. McKenna's Stoned Ape Theory, put forward in his book Food of the Gods, suggests that when early hominids followed herds of cattle out of the dwindling rainforests and onto the open savannas, they began consuming the mushroom, Psilocybe cubensis, which thrived in the dung of those animals. This wasn't just a snack, it was a catalyst. McKenna argued that in low doses, psilocybin would have enhanced visual acuity, a major advantage for spotting prey on the plains. At slightly higher doses, it would have induced sexual arousal, potentially increasing reproductive success within the tribe. But the real shift, according to the theory, came with the higher doses. These experiences would have dissolved the boundaries of the primitive ego, leading to communal bonding, the birth of ritual, and a rapid need to symbolize complex, shared visions, the necessary precursor for the development of language. The mushroom, in effect, acted as the evolutionary pressure cooker that forged the modern human mind. McKenna didn't just see the mushroom as a drug. He saw it as a symbiotic partner, a kind of natural external hard drive that rebooted human intelligence. It was the missing link, the secret enzyme of evolution. While the Stoned Ape Theory explained our past, McKenna's Novelty Theory was his attempt to chart our future. It grew out of a deep fascination with one of the world's oldest divination texts, the Chinese I Ching, or the Book of Changes. McKenna and his brother Dennis believed they had found a hidden, fractal, mathematical structure embedded within the I Ching's hexagrams. They interpreted this structure not as prophecy, but as a quantifiable description of the universe's tendency toward novelty. What is novelty? It's everything complex, interconnected, and highly improbable. It's the opposite of entropy. Novelty is the invention of the wheel, the evolution of life, the birth of the internet, and the emergence of human consciousness itself. According to McKenna, the universe is constantly attempting to minimize repetition and maximize novelty. McKenna developed the theory into a computer model called Timewave Zero. This model depicted time not as a flat, linear arrow, but as a deeply undulating wave, showing history accelerating through repeated cycles of collapsing and intensifying novelty. I'm quoting. The whole universe is a mechanism for the production of novelty, and to some degree, we are the agent of that production. The key feature of the time wave was its ultimate conclusion. McKenna claimed the fractal pattern showed an infinite amount of novelty, compressing into an infinitely short duration, culminating in a point of maximum complexity. Timewave Zero. The controversial nature of the novelty theory wasn't just the math, it was the date it projected for the singularity. December 21st, 2012. While the date came and went without the world physically ending, McKenna never claimed it was the end of the world. Instead, he spoke of the Transcendental Object at the end of time, a point where history dissolves and a massive, instantaneous transition in human consciousness occurs. It was, in his view, a kind of technological or spiritual singularity, with a human experiment, birthed by the stoned ape, would finally complete itself. I'm quoting. The trick is to surrender to the flow of the universe, and it will take you where you need to go. Taken together, the Stoned Ape Theory and the Novelty Theory paint a coherent, though bizarre, picture. Humanity's initial spark of awareness was chemically induced, and our entire historical trajectory is just a highly structured rush toward an inevitable, total apotheosis of complexity. It is a philosophy that sees our chaotic world not as a broken system, but as a hyper-accelerated laboratory. Whether you see Terence McKenna as a profound prophet or simply a master orator, his legacy is undeniable. He forced conversations about consciousness, culture, and reality far outside the traditional confines of academia. He reminded us that the human experience is far stranger, far more mysterious, and perhaps far more magical than we allow ourselves to believe. But what do you think? Did a fungus ignite our minds? And are we living on a fractal countdown to a cosmic zero point? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If this journey into the mind of Terence McKenna fascinated you, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into philosophy and psychedelics, and share this video with anyone ready to question their reality.